So what makes us different, and we're tiny, we're one of the smallest ones. We only have 17 employees, but we've been in business for 104 years. But it does make the challenges a little different. So even with us, we've reinvented ourselves several times through 104 years. We started out just across the street on the corner of Calvert and Pratt making ship telegraph systems. But we also did a lot of other things for ships, including springs. And eventually we evolved, and the brass market went down, and we eventually got rid of that, so we became more spring-oriented. The next thing you know, we're making springs for the Sweetheart Cups of the world and Westinghouse and places like that. Now we're kind of seeing that market is getting a little bit tough, and we're drifting into the automotive aftermarket, which is very big and was huge here last week for the Grand Prix in Baltimore. And that's kind of how you just have to continually evolve and reinvent yourself and do things slightly different. I know Drew has been through the same thing.
I think that's a good point. We, like you, we evolved. We started off as a bagel basket manufacturer, and that was a good market for 30 years. Unfortunately, soon after I bought the company, it wasn't a good market. I didn't know that was going to happen. And we had to transform, and now we focus on highly engineered wire baskets and sheet metal fabrications for very demanding clients like Boeing and Roche and Glaxo. Being nimble, I think, is a shorthand way of saying what you just said. Figuring out what the client needs. In my case, clients need fast delivery, they need highly engineered, they need quality. And we have to ship this very, very fast. And we jiggered the company to meet those needs. Another thing that I think that's important is paying your employees well. If you pay your employees well, you have an employee that's got skin in the game. They really they care about the company. They're dedicated, and in general, you'll be able to get a better talent pool because you're paying so well, and you can demand more of them. So I think that's another attribute to being successful in a very rough economy.
And it seems as though, although there are more resources at hand to provide faster customer service, for whatever reason, it is not being provided at a quality level with our competition. And I hear that all the time through the dealers that we sell guitars to. So I think that is kind of a fundamental opportunity that everybody has. It levels the playing field. It doesn't really require a huge investment, and that's something to consider taking advantage of. And the last thing I'd say is I think a key to surviving and growing in a down market, when I look back on the last 36 months, one thing that we did that the people around us did not do is we maintained our marketing and advertising budgets. We were smarter about it, but we spent as much or more money in a very considered way that I think helped to rise, to raise our visibility in a down market.
We use the Pareto principle, which is, 80% of your profits come from 20% of your clients. So we focus like a laser beam on the key accounts and doing everything we can to make those accounts more happy, more likely to reorder with us. And we do everything we can, go faster, more engineering just for that core group that appreciates quality, and they're less price sensitive.
Right.
Oh, by the way, they pay their bills better. They're more pleasant to work with.
Right.
Okay, they're more straight up with you. And so we've been firing clients that drive us crazy. Oh, by the way, those happen to be the ones that are the low margin ones. Those happen to be the ones that always have a reason why they can't pay you on time. So it enables you to focus better on your key accounts that really you can make a living off.
I mentioned about the road magnet aftermarket product. That is actually a retail product, and it's not often that you see a manufacturer get into the retail market if you aren't an Under Armour kind of place. But here we are with springs that we put on a retail level, and if we see that the incoming in the core business, in other words, purchasing agents aren't giving us work, then we just have sales in our retail product. And that generates immediate cash in 48 hours through credit card or PayPal or whatever the payment method is. So we have a lot more control over our cash flow because of having retail.
Is that unusual, given, like 5 other companies like you, did they do that, or are you unusual?
And even Facebook, we have a shopping cart on our Facebook page now.
Drew?
We took a very contrarian approach. When things were hitting the fan a couple of years back, we did a lot of things that was the opposite that all of our competitors were doing. For example, we started investing more money in technology, more robots, right when everybody else stopped buying capital. We did that so we could be more precise, more fast, and our clients would notice the difference, because we said, well, we could ship in 3 weeks, and because of that we got huge orders. We could ship in 1 week, we got big orders. Our competition was laying people off. They were laying off their best people. So what happened was they couldn't react as fast. So they lost jobs, and it accelerated a negative cycle. For us, it has created a virtuous positive cycle. We're up through the recession. Our revenue has gone up, our profits have gone up. We're up 36% this year. However, my competition is down. And the reason why, similar to some of the things that you guys are saying, is because we just did everything the opposite they did. We increased our marketing. We increased our advertising budget. We hired talent. And now's a great time to do it. Why? Because the robots that I was telling you about, they're dirt cheap. They're half price. Nobody buys a robot now. Okay? We're hiring mechanics. Pardon me?
They're on sale.
They're on sale.
Yeah.
Why? Because everybody else is running away from buying things. When we're buying them, and now we're getting more orders, and the machines are cheaper, so then my monthly nut's cheaper. Ryan, right over here, he's my banker with PNC Bank. And he helped me buy 2 robots in July. And these robots are going to make our company more prosperous, more proactive and friendly to our clients. I think that's a critical ingredient to this.
So it's kind of like face the wind, right?
Well, I mean, Warren Buffett was buying Goldman Sachs shares and lending them money. He lent money to Harley Davidson right at the worst moment, and he lent money to GE. You know, right at the bottom of the market. You should buy when everybody's selling, and you should sell when everybody's buying. Well, we're buying right now. Now's the time. Now's the best time to do it.
Jack, you're shaking your head yes with everything.
Yeah, it's like I could be saying your words, because the phrase that I use to sum up what you're saying is I watched everybody go into a business coma and just shut down and just put it all on life support. And those people suffered greatly because they did nothing to battle their way through. And we went 150%. Like I said, reinvented the product line. I think as far as from a global perspective, it is easier in a quality product, right? Like a premium quality product, it's a little bit easier to do that, I believe, because you can selling quality and the uniqueness of a quality product is just, in my opinion, even if it's an expensive item, it's a little bit easier to present yourself and to navigate through a difficult time, because you can present a greater value to the competition.